In the town of Shadyside, bookstore employee Heather Watkins finds herself stalked by a figure wearing a hoodie and a skull mask. She tries to escape, but he ultimately corners her in the middle of the mall and stabs her to death. He takes off the mask to reveal himself as Ryan, a friend of her, looking possessed and continuing to try and stab Heather until he is shot dead by Sheriff Nick Good. 7 other people are reported dead. The Shadyside has been plagued by such murders for decades, although the urban legend states that there is a witch by the name of Sarah Fire involved in everything. Elsewhere in Shadyside is Dina Johnson, who lives with her nerdy younger brother Josh and their father. They go to school together, and Dina notices tributes at Heather's locker. She goes to the bathroom and finds her friends Kate and Simon, along with a spray-painted message relating to Sarah Fire's curse. That night, a candlelight vigil is held for the victims of the mall slaying, joined by students from rival town Sunnyvale. Dina is upset to see her ex-girlfriend Samantha Frazier with a guy named Peter. The girls confront each other in private, with Dina being upset that Sam chose to live with her mother in Sunnyvale after her parents' divorce, especially because her mom doesn't like Dina due to their relationship. During the vigil, Peter makes snide comments about how there's always a tragedy happening in Shadyside, leading to a brawl between students from both schools. On the bus ride home, Peter, joined by Sam and one of his buddies, chases after the Shadyside bus to pelt them with junk. Dina opens the emergency exit to throw a cooler at the car until her nose starts bleeding. She drops the cooler on the car, causing Peter to crash nearby in the woods. Sam gets out, injured, and then sees flashes of some kind of satanic ritual. All the students then claim that the car crash was just an accident. The next night, while Dina was trying to contact Sam, she hears a ringing at the door and see the same skull mask figure standing outside, believing it to be Peter playing a prank. Meanwhile, Kate and Simon also seem to encounter Skull Mask. Kate leaves the girls with a neighbor for safety. Dina goes to Kate and claims that it's Peter, so they go to the hospital themselves to confront Sam and tell her to call Peter off. Sam claims that Peter has been there all night, which leads to Dina and Sam having an argument before Peter is impaled by Skull Mask. The group tries to report the attack to Sheriff Good, but he thinks it's just another prank, since they have been getting calls about a copycat killer all weekend. Dina manages to grab Good's gun off him before leaving. Outside, Simon has an encounter with a young woman, Ruby Lane. Simon approaches her and is slashed with a razor. Dina shoots Ruby down, but it doesn't kill her, and she heals herself. They run back to the Johnson house, where Josh recognizes her as Ruby Lane, because he has done his research on all the murders in Shadyside. Ruby killed her boyfriend, friends, and then herself decades earlier. He also has info on other killers from Shadyside, such as a killer at Camp Nightwing, a milkman that killed housewives, a deformed boy who murdered his brothers, and a grifter killing random people in town. All of it connects to Sarah Fire, who was hanged for witchcraft in 1666, but cut off her cursed hand and left it in the town to reach from beyond the grave and claim victims. The group goes to the site of the crash, where they discover that it is the grave of Sarah Fire. Sam touched the grave and saw visions, which is why they are facing the spirits of those previously possessed by Sarah. They attempt to bury Sarah's bones, only to be pursued by the Camp Nightwing killer. It turns out that since Sam earlier coughed blood on Simon's shirt, they are drawn to them because of Sarah's blood. The teens then go to the high school where they change clothes and plot to trap the spirits. Dina and Sam briefly hook up again before Ruby, Skull Mask, and Camp Nightwing killer make their returns. The teens trap them in a room rigged to blow, and the room explodes, seemingly burning the killers to death. Unfortunately, they begin to regenerate, forcing the teens to run again. The group realizes that the killers want Sam. They also find that there was a survivor of the Camp Nightwing murders called C. Berman, who was apparently dead for 2 minutes before being revived, and it allowed her to escape the murders. The teens try calling her, but only get her answering machine. They then head to a supermarket where they plan to have Sam die via an overdose of Kate's drugs before reviving her. The 3 killers make their appearance soon enough, with Dina trying to help Sam, while the other 3 run. Sam vomits the pills before it can work. Skull Mask attacks Kate and put her head through a bread slicer, while Camp Nightwing killer drives an axe into Simon's skull. Just before the killers can get the rest of them, Dina drowns Sam in a tank, causing the killers to disappear. Dina and Josh jam EpiPens into Sam's body until she finally wakes up. The survivors give their account to Good, who thinks Kate and Simon were behind the murders. When Sam's mom goes to pick her up, Sam defiantly kisses Dina in front of her mom and plans to continue their relationship. Dina and Sam hang out at home that night. Dina goes to answer the phone and hears the voice of C. Berman. She is surprised to know that Dina is, as there is no stopping the witch. Dina turns around to find a now-possessed Sam having stabbed her. After a struggle, Dina subdues Sam and ties her up just as Josh runs back upstairs. Dina then looks at Sam and vows to bring her back, all while Sam roars at her.